from it, we put it in, and it should be looking something like this.
All right. Perfect. Now, while Gabe is out there installing the camera, he put the wire in through here. We're going to actually connect it here. The customer wants to first try to use his old wiring. So we do have an adapter that'll connect this 4-pin with that RCA. But let's go out and see what Gabe is working on.
All right, so right now the next step is to actually bolt down the U-bracket with the 4 screws. So I'm going to take off these 4 screws that already come here with the little Allen wrench that comes with it. And then that way I can bolt it out correctly. Not an issue. If I need to modify it, the camera won't bug me. And after that, I'll just mount it back up and secure it.
Now, remind the folks that the Allen wrench actually is included in the box, right? Yeah. So if you have a side camera or an RV camera or bird's eye view, the Allen wrench is included.
All the tools are included inside the box, so that way it comes with the washer, the plastic, and the metal washer.
I think you even get some extras just in case you drop them, because I would drop them, and if I drop them, I don't want to go to Home Depot, so we'll give extra to everybody. Perfect. Now, what's nice about this camera, in contrast to the older one, it doesn't have any moving parts, right? The other one had this sun shield and all that stuff, so we're not going to have that issue anymore. It's all self-contained, no moving parts, right? And it even has indicator lights to show you that you're recording, so look at all those LEDs for the night vision. It's fantastic. All right, cool. So we got that over here set up. You see that? All right, Gabe's gonna get down the ladder. Hopefully he doesn't die while he's doing that. All right.
Oh, he's done it a long time.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah. So here's the camera over here. It's set up. It's installed. It's a lot cleaner than how it used to look. You guys remember that, right? But that's number one. Now the next stage is going to be to connect it to the power and see how it works. Okay, so here we have the 4-pin connector, and this is the customer's old connection right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually adapt it because the customer wants to keep his old wiring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it here. Now remember, you have that locking mechanism that you have here. That goes there like that. And then we're just going to simply plug it into the old wiring. Now when you get it, you're going to want these, we call them juke cheeks. They're couplers, right? But let's see what this guy here. So we have a female coupler. So the RCAs can connect like that. And then we're going to connect this right here. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys. All right, this is done. This is good to go. The next thing I want to show you is a little trick that we learned. It's an old military thing. If you don't want these to fall apart, what you can do is you can pull the wire a little bit more. Right, so you have a little bit more room there for it. Like this. Right? Like this. Right? And you do a little knot that you see like this. Like that. And then we connect it again. Right? So we go like this. And we go like this. Oops. Sorry, hold on. There we go. Now we have a little knot here. And we're going to connect the RCA. We're going to connect the DC. Right? And now it's tight. Right? So even if something happens, somebody falls on it or whatever, it's not going to do anything. I'm going to hang it back up for the guy. Because that's what they want. Like this. And then they put it here on their little shower curtain rod. But now you have that set up. Typically these things are hidden in a closet, right? But the customer wants to keep their own wiring, so we're going to do that. And this is what we have. So now you've basically made 2 locking setups. Let's go see how it works. All right, so what we have here is the customer wired it himself. They did a self-install. And basically what he did was he took a wire and he connected the ground, the power, and the negative here. And then he fed this wire, this white wire that you see right here, through the dash of the vehicle to where we are in the front, right? So that's what we have there. And now we're going to go to the other side. You'll see it feed out and how we're going to connect it to the camera. All right, so what we have here is the newer monitor, and what we're going to do is, at the customer's request, we're actually going to mount that on his old mount. It's because it's backwards compatible. So we're going to replace that screen with this screen. We have it powered up, but we haven't connected any cameras to it yet. But obviously it's got the U-bracket connection, but we also made it backwards compatible for those that want the butterfly or even the GoPro mount that you could see here. You actually get all those mounts with it, and you can decide once you install what you want to do. As for the power, the wiring that you saw it there feeds up into here, that you can see right here. And what we did was we connected the black to the ground and the red and the yellow to the positive. Okay, that's that wiring here. We're going to clean that up for them a little bit afterwards once we get the camera installed. See how easy it is.
So you're gonna fit with this?
Yeah, you're just going to use the old...
No, I was gonna go back there and start.
He's using the GoPro mount.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, you want to get the...
Drills and
drills?
everything?
Yeah, get the drills and all that stuff. Oh, we do this. There you go. So you're using a GoPro mount, then you're going to lock it in like that. Okay, so now we're going to connect the camera in the back to the monitor in the front. This is the customer's older monitor. This is our CVBS version, the standard definition. These are the old wires that he had here. It was a standard RCA, right? So he has an RCA cable here, but what we're going to do is, similar to what we did in the back, we're going to convert this to a 4-pin, which again, you get that in the box itself. Here's the 4-pin adapter, okay? So we're going to plug this in here like this and like that. That is the standard way of doing it, but we're going to show you guys the military quick way again to do it. So we're going to hold it. We're going to do a little twist like this, and then we're going to connect 1 and 2, and that's it. Now, no matter what happens, every time you pull on it, it actually makes it tighter, right? So the next thing is we're going to connect it into the harness, okay? So, sorry about that. Here, Gabe, come over here so we can see it. So here's the monitor. We have that right there, right? Okay, now here's what I'm doing. I'm taking this thing here. We're going to take the harness, which is already connected to the power, right? And I'm going to look for channel 1. We got here 4, 3, 1 right here. And then all you got to do now is just plug it in like this, and you're good to go. There's a beautiful bright picture you see back there. And we've set it all up here. Now the next thing is to clean this up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. I'm going to take out some of these aviator connectors, make it a little nicer for him, and we're good to go. Now he also happened to get the one with the DVR, so that they can record and all that stuff. And in the future, if they want, they now have the capability, because you have all these channels, right, to add side cameras or front cameras, and it's just as easy. Right, because the monitor is now powering the cameras, where in the old version, you had to get separate power for everything. There's also wireless adapters if you want to make it wireless, but generally speaking, this thing can take up to 4 cameras.